Hello guys, and welcome to loot from 1000 Leviathan kills after Desert Treasure 2. This has taken me over a week to complete, so if you enjoyed this video, please drop a sub, drop a like, and without further ado, let's get into what we got. The cost of doing Leviathan is pretty low. You just need range, stamina, and prayer potions, some cheap food, and runes to cast Shadow Barrage. Other than that, you really won't spend too much every kill, and the returns aren't too bad, but most of your money is going to come from Runite Ore, Dragon Bolts, Onyx Bolt Tips, Raw Manta Rays, Soul Runes, and the occasional Chromium Ingot. However, just like with all Desert Treasure bosses, the main thing you're hunting are the rare drops. As you can see, Virtus is still holding an okay price, and Awakener's Orbs are really good considering how common they are. But what we're really after, and the value is not shown here, is the Venator Vestige and the Leviathan's Lure. Old School RuneScape recently released the official drop rates, so we know that there's a high chance that you'll get both the ring and the lure within 1000 kills, and hopefully a piece of Virtus as well. And lucky for you guys today, title of the video, I have loot from 1000 Leviathan kills ready to show you. Okay, that should be everything out of the bank. One thing to note is the Leviathan will give 50% bonus to your standard loot if you do a perfect kill without making mistakes. However, when I started this grind, it was pretty inconsistent, and Jagex later fixed it and made it a little bit easier to get those perfect kills. You can see the loot's not so bad though. Let's check out the collection log. And here you can see 1000 Leviathan kills. We managed to get the lure and the vestige, and we actually got 4 chromium ingots. I know it says 5, but one of those came from Vardorvis. Additionally, it says we only got 22 Awakener's Orbs, but we actually got 25. That's because the collection log didn't include them until I already started the grind. So let's get into it. Let's price check loot from 1000 Leviathan kills, and let's take a look here. Boom, 130 mil. I'm actually missing 2 of the ingots because I had to use them to make one of my rings. Iron Man, by the way, so there'd be like another 1.2 mil on here. What's not included in this is the really cheap drops like body runes, pure essence, bronze arrows, and also we got the lure and the ring piece, so we're gonna see what that's worth in just a second. And we got 6 smoke quartz, which are worth a decent bit when we convert them, and I'll show you guys how to do that at the end of the video here. Most of the money came from our Awakener's Orbs, as is true for all of the bosses unless you get a rare drop. And speaking of those rare drops, let's talk about the Venator ring. At the time of this video, it's worth 80 million gold, but the price is still fluctuating quite a bit. It's still a new item. Hopefully it maintains a similar value, but don't be surprised if it's worth a lot less in the future. The ring combined with the loot that we got is worth 210 million, which is not too bad. It was a big time investment, but I'm pretty happy with a 200 mil bump to the bank value. Now I also got the piece of the Soul Reaper axe. You need 4 parts of the axe, and each part comes from the different bosses. If you guys watched my loot from 1000 Vardorvis video, you'll know that I did not get the axe head there, but hey, we got the lure, so I can't complain. Currently, the axe is worth about 300 to 350 mil. The price is fluctuating just like the rings. It hasn't really settled yet, but in my last video I predicted it would probably go to about 300 mil, and it looks like I'm right so far. That means that my piece of the axe is worth about 75 mil, but I'm not going to include that in the value just because it's going to require a serious investment to finish the axe so that it's in a tradable state. Each individual piece you can't sell in the Grand Exchange, so even though it might kind of be worth 75 mil, it's really worth nothing at the moment. Additionally, I should have got a piece of Virtus in my 1000 kills, especially when you consider that I didn't get any Virtus in 1000 Vardorvis either, so that's a little bit unfortunate. That could have been like another 20 to 40 mil added to the bank value if I would have got some Virtus. So all things combined, I was getting about 24, maybe 25 Leviathan kills per hour. It's actually kind of hard to say because originally I was doing a really good setup with full Masori, a Zerite crossbow, and Dragon Ruby bolts. And using that, I could get a lot of kills per hour, and with some good bolt luck, I got a sub 1 minute kill. You can see it in the chat box there, 55.8 second kill. That's an insane PB. and that was just non-stop ruby bolts. However, even though that was faster, all the chip damage I was taking and all the supplies that I was using, including my dragon bolts, I decided it wasn't worth it, and I switched to the setup you can see me using here, which is just crystal, the bofa, and a blowpipe to spec and heal with. So without getting any Virtus drops and not including the value of the axe piece, we made over 5 mil per hour if we assume 24 kills an hour, which again might be a little bit less than that when I switch to the more consistent setup. Now, before we unlock the new chest that they added in the Ancient Vault that you can open with the duplicate quartz drops that you get, I want to say thank you for everyone who voted on the recent poll that I posted on the channel for which boss should I kill 1000 of next. Should it be Duke Sicellus or the Phantom Musva? My idea for throwing the Musva in there was just that we could compare these new bosses to one that we already know is really good money. And it looks like you guys overwhelmingly, after about 100 votes, want to see the Duke. So that's probably next on our list here. There's still a chance I do the Musva, but let me know down in the comments below which boss I should kill next. So let's start with the 5 duplicate smoke quartz that I got from Leviathan. I actually got 6, but I'm using 1 for my scepter. Manta rays, that's pretty solid. That's one of the good drops we normally want to get from getting a kill. Dragon javelin heads, that's worth an okay amount of money. We got some more. Dragon bolts, that's awesome. One of my favorite things about Leviathan, and there's more, one of my favorite things about Leviathan is getting the dragon bolt drops, since I'm an Iron Man. And it looks like it's worth about 400k, which, okay, over the course of 1,000 kills, that's not a whole lot. That's only 400 GP per kill. Let's open up the ones that we got from Vardorvis and see what we get there. Alright, looks like we get some different loot from the different bosses, which would make sense. Awesome. So when I did my 1000 Vardorvis kills, this didn't exist. You weren't able to do anything with your duplicates, but it looks like I got an extra 800k, and in total we get 1.2 mil from opening all of those. So it's not a lot, but it's a nice little extra. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos, and I've really appreciated the support I've been getting on the YouTube lately. If you want to kill Leviathan yourself, be sure to check out my recent videos showing some advanced tactics, and don't forget to watch the Vardorvis Loot from 1000 video if you want to compare it to that boss as well.